Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I wanted to do something simple, something you could do every day. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button so you can see more of my videos. Anything I use will be listed down in the description box below. If you'd like to see how I do this, then keep on watching. Because I am doing a basic everyday look today, I am going to go ahead and start with my base makeup. I've already done my eyebrows off camera. For primer, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I got up the earliest I've gotten up in a while today, and it was only like 7:30 because I had to go pick up my mom from work because I'm borrowing her car right now because I'm still having car trouble. But I haven't got up that early since like the beginning of January, and I don't even think then because I used to work third shift, so I never really got up super early because I got home at that time and then went to bed. But I got up at 7:30 this morning, and I really wish that I would get up early that every single day. I don't get up until like probably 10 now that I make my own schedule. Even though I would like to get up earlier than that, I just have so much trouble getting up in the morning. And I know that's a normal thing for a lot of people, like getting up is the hardest thing. And I feel like I've tried a lot of different things to help me get up. The concealer I'm going to use is the Maybelline Eraser Concealer in the shade 100. But I feel like I've tried a lot of different things to help me get up in the morning, and nothing works. I'm just curious if any of you guys have any tips or tricks that like help you get up in the morning. I've read that if you drink like a glass of water when you get up, that will like kind of wake you up a bit more. I'm using a second concealer. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Light Ivory, and I'm only doing that because the other shade isn't light enough for me. I read that if you drink a glass of water in the morning, that will help wake you up, but I feel like I've tried that and I don't think it works. I just don't want to get up. Like, I don't want to get up to even drink the glass of water. I'm just like extremely tired when I wake up, and it's not like I go to bed late. I go to bed at like midnight to like 1 in the morning just because I like work late. And so I just don't want to get up and like get the glass of water. So it's really hard for me to do that too. So I don't know if there's like any way to get up like without just wanting to go back to sleep. But I wish I could get up at like 7 in the morning. If I could get up at 7 in the morning, I could have my day started so quickly, and I could do so many things that I could just be doing anything else, like making myself breakfast, working out because I want to work out, but with like the schedule that I have right now, I feel like there's no time unless I just don't want to have any free time. And I don't know, I just feel like I would be a whole different person if I could just get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. You see social media all the time. I know a lot of social media is fake, but you always see those people that like always seem to have their shit together. And I'm so envious of them because I know there's people out there that actually do that stuff, that actually get up at like 7 in the morning, go to the gym, work out, have breakfast, make themselves like a shake or a smoothie, and then get ready for the day and like go to work and then come home and like clean their house, you know, and like they just seem to have their shit together. And I just want to be that person so bad, and I just don't know how to do it. And I just wonder how these people actually do it. The people that actually do it, not the people that like pretend to do it. For contour, I'm going to use the NYX Wonderstick. And I'm just envious of these people that are able to get up early in the morning. I used to be a morning person before I started working third shift. I started working third shift like 6 years ago, and I hated it. Like it is the worst shift. It completely ruined my morning person like capabilities, I guess, because I no longer can get up like super early without being extremely exhausted, and I have trouble going to bed at night. That's why I go to bed at like 12 midnight to like noon, because I just can't go to sleep. And my husband is a night owl, so he doesn't help the case either because he stays up late. And I just have a super hard time now that I'm on day shift and don't have to work third shift anymore. And it's like a whole restart to your like mental schedule, even though working third shift messes with your internal clock anyways. So like you're constantly tired working third shift, and then when you finally get off, you have to just like reset your brain, but you're still constantly tired. Like I quit back in January, so it's been like 7 months now. So you would think that I would be able to be a day shift person now, but it is nearly impossible. I used to get up so early all the time. I'm a coffee drinker, so I like drinking coffee in the morning, and it's so frustrating that I feel like it completely ruined how I used to be able to get up. For blush, I'm going to use the PLouise Cosmetic Base in the shade Blowing Bubbles. Back when I used to live with my mom, we were all third shift workers. So like my sister worked third shift, I worked third shift, and my mom also worked third shift. It always threw everybody off. My husband also worked third shift as well then. It always threw like all of our friends off, like our family, because we would sleep all day and we wouldn't make it to like events or anything or do anything like on the weekends until late afternoon. And I feel like people that work day shift, that like never worked third shift, do not understand the struggle of working third shift. And I can't tell you how many times I've had people like call me. So I would get off at like, I'd get home maybe like 6 to 7 in the morning, and then I would probably go to bed around like 7:30 because I tried to go to bed as soon as I could so I could get up. But we would sleep until like 2 or 3 p.m. and people would call us at like midnight, not midnight, noon. So like midnight for us, but like they would call us at like noon and then wonder why we're still asleep. And I'm like, do you not realize, and like third shift people would get this, do you not realize that when you call me in the middle of the day, you're basically calling me, if it was you, in the middle of the night? Like I'm not sitting here calling you at 2 in the morning expecting you to answer me because I know you're asleep. Like, you know I work third shift. Don't wake me up. Text me and then I'll call you back. And like trying to make appointments and like going to the bank, like simple mundane things were the most complicated thing when you work third shift. And people just don't get it. It was the most frustrating thing, and I'm so glad I'm no longer on it because that was probably the worst part about working third shift. I'm gonna use the Dewy Coconut Setting Mist by e.l.f. to set all these creams. For setting powder, I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Paris Hydra Perfect setting powder in the shade Translucent. Just recently cleaned my brushes, and this is like the first time I'm using this brush after cleaning it because it took forever to dry. And it is so nice to have clean brushes. I really need to wash them more often than I do. It just seems like every single time I go to wash them, I get busy or like it's too late and I'm ready to go to bed. And it took me like 10 minutes to wash them, and I just didn't want to do it. Like it took me forever to do it, and I needed to do it. Especially like my eyeshadow brushes. I've been using like this Sephora like color switch thing that I have, and so there was like old pigments on it, and being able to clean all those brushes to be able to use them like brand new is so great. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Butter Bronzer, and this is the Sun-Kissed bronzer. If you saw my last video, you know that this weekend I'm going to try pickling some cucumbers. And I got a recipe from my husband's cousin. She used that recipe for the county fair this year, and she won a blue ribbon for it. So I'm really wanting to try that recipe and see if it's good or not. She likes it, but it's more of like it's not like a kosher pickle recipe. I forget what she called it, but it was like a different kind of pickle recipe other than just like a dill pickle. The eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using is the Morphe and James Charles palette. For this look, I saw a video of somebody on TikTok. I will put her video down below so you can watch it as well and like learn from her what she did. But she learned that there's this way that you use the color wheel to make your eye color pop. So she's got like bright blue eyes. I don't have blue eyes. So I know that like blue eyes are more popular than brown eyes, or your vice versa. But she has really pretty blue eyes, and she used a trick with the color wheel to make her eyes look even more blue. And she gets compliments on them all the time from this like little trick that she does, and I want to try it. So on her color wheel, you just look at a basic color wheel. I'm sure you can look up like an eye color wheel, and you can use that. But what you do is you take your eye color on the color wheel, and then you go to the complete opposite shade of that color, and you put that on your eyes in specific places. Well, she put them in specific places. I'm sure as long as you're using that shade all together, that it will work just fine. I think I have more of a darker brown, like maybe close to a chocolate, but not yet that dark. So I'm gonna go in between like the darker brown, like a lighter brown, and that shade is like a bluish green color. The best shade I have to match this color that I'm supposed to be going with is called Cola. And in this video, she said you don't have to use a lot. She said just to use like the lightest amount and it will work. So she put it in this inner corner, and then she also put it on like the water line on the bottom in the inner corner. And she kind of winged it a little bit on the inside. So I'm just gonna do that by connecting the top and the bottom. Then she also took it and kind of winged it out on the outer side. I'm really hoping this works because I think that'll be so cool. And if you do this like as your basic makeup, like everyday makeup, that your eyes would just look really pretty all the time with like minimum effort. And then she just kind of took her finger and just brushed it out to kind of blend it out more. And she also just did a little bit under her eye to kind of connect that small wing that she made. Just because I want to make my eye look a little bit bigger, I'm going to use the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus in the shade Whiteout. I'm going to do this other eye and mascara off camera. I'll be right back. So my eyes are done. I'm going to go to highlighter. I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette. And I'm going to use this pink heart shade right here. And I honestly don't have any other reason of using pink, except for just I wanted to. I don't think I've used pink in a while, so I wanted to use it. Now I am going to skip putting it on my inner corner just because I have that color on the inside. I think it'll mess it up if I put it there, just because it'll mess with the shade. Do you guys think it's working? I don't know. I feel like my eyes do look a little bit brighter. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and let me know if you guys try it out. I think it'll be cool. Now that I'm done with everything, before I do my lips, I'm going to use that e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Mist again to set everything. To keep the lips simple, I'm going to use the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. And this is just a clear gloss, and it also is a lip plumper. So that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I like hearing y'all's feedback, so please comment down below with anything you'd like to tell me or any future videos you'd like to see. Until next time, bye.